Charlotte, North Carolina. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Miami Dolphins and the Carolina Panthers. Ryan Fitzgerald all set to get this one started. And we're off and running from Charlotte. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was searching for Kyle Williams that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to win it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
On the quick.
Now a give right side to Mitchell. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. And it's Carson Schlesinger who got over there for the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Mitchell up the middle. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That was Kenny Clark on the tackle.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Mario Douglas, the intended target. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season you won't. In that case, well, it went right through.
He fields it from the 8. Great vision, gets him across midfield. I don't think they're going to catch him. Touchdown! He takes the kick all the way back for 6. This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Panthers take a 4-point lead. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. No one's around him, he's got space. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. They've got first down here from the 36.
29 yards. First down, Miami.
Again, this is Mitchell. He did well to shake off one tackle, partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there. Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Mitchell on the carry. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here's Stroud. Short pass brought in. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Stroud looking to throw, 3rd and 2. It's caught, Chase has it. And he's in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins hold a slim 2-point lead early. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
So now that we've sorted that flag out, we've arrived at the end of the 1st. The Dolphins out to an early advantage. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this.
Tyler Luke set to kick off.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Starting from the 5. Good work so far. He's got room. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
For the life of me, I will never understand why you give that returner another shot after you already took one to the house. You could feel it. He's brimming with confidence. He wants you to kick the ball to him. And he nearly took a second one to the house again. He now sets his team up with great field position.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
They go right back to ETN. Ooh, awfully close to that line to gain. Stop though, made it to 46. 3rd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
3rd and 1. Here's Jones. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And he will get the first as they touch him down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Jones to throw. Nakua here, he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers finish off their opening drive. It's a Puka Nakua touchdown. Going after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Panthers take a 4-point lead.
14, Dolphins 10.
Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. On
don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
On the quick, right?
On the gun, Stroud. It's complete. Kyle Williams. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. And out of bounds he goes on that big pickup. They're inside the red zone now. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a second quarter lead. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Tyler Luke set to kick off.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return starts at the 9. Good work so far. He's got room. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35.
34-yard line.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. To throw, here's Jones. Escapes the pocket. On the run, deep down. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take the lead on the first play of the drive. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers take a 4-point lead. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Kadarius Toney now to return it. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10.
All right.
Handoff here to Mitchell. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
We'll break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
All right.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Panthers take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Unfortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself, 3rd and long, extra long like this, protect the football. Protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive in the defense. Well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took it from them.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here's Akers up the middle. And that one doesn't give him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
Sometimes sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Finds him over the middle. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Puka Nacua, a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
He's such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Tony now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. It's first and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
That's caught by Hubbard. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Stride to throw on first down. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. The defense, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So it's second and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. He'll throw it. To the right side and wheeled in by Chase. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They get the timeout called. We've got 5 seconds remaining in the half.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down. Stroud. Hits him on the out route. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40. So first down from the 41. Jones looking to throw. Completes this one to Gray. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Shotgun handoff to Akers. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Got a man, that's Nacua. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
We give inside to Akers. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Nate Hobbs in on that stop.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They run. Here's Akers. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
On the shotgun, it's Jones. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing third and long. Here he goes, third and long. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. Offense in the hurry up here. On fourth down, it's Jones. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Hey, drops happen. It's a part of the game. But unfortunately, that's an opportunity he and his offense can't get back. 6 points that literally went right off his hands.
The give now to Mitchell. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. They gain 11 on that play. And it's going to be first down Miami.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
All right.
On the handoff, here's Mitchell. He's got 6 yards on that carry. It's second down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Here's Mitchell again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8. I don't mind. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these.
And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
And the Panthers first down. First and 10.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. The Panthers have set themselves up for the victory, Brock. Now just need to carry this lead through to the final whistle.
Ready?
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
Go!
Now it's Jones off the play action. Oh, and quick there. They bring him to the turf. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
Brings up second and 18 at the 19-yard line.
Ready?
From the gun, here's Akers. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
On third and long, it's Jones. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense. Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. Touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Tony now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun now, first round. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage is waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. The incompletion's still pretty good for the defense.
Here we go. Let's go.
Desperation time here. Has it downfield. It's Chase. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing.
And he'll get into the end zone to make this a 1-score game in the 4th quarter. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every...
Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he's going to go all the way. No flags, we've got a touchdown. I think we know somebody who really likes the way kickoffs were redesigned, partner. The old format, well, teams were lucky if they got 2 in a season, and here he's got 2 by himself in this game.
Yeah, if you think about it, Kate, like in our lifetime, we have not seen such a drastic new rule change that's created so much new scheme and opportunity. These returns, well, they're a product of hard work, new scheme, and finding ways to exploit the weakness of your opponent.
And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Stroud. Got a man. It's Knox. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. First down throw by Stroud. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And the Panthers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Stroud's pass.
1st and 10 from the 43.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Ooh, he he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Jones now on third down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 28. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. There goes to the hurry up here. To throw again, it's Jones. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up second down. Here's Akers. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Working quickly here.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Panthers first down.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers have likely locked up the win right there. Fitzgerald up and good on the PAT. And the Panthers stretch their lead to 21.
46. Dolphins 25.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff.
Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Stroud throwing here on first. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Demario Douglas. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Taken in by Chase, left side. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Dolphins trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
On the kick, right?
From the gun, Stroud. It's on target to Williams. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
First down. A gain of 15.
Here we go.
And the Dolphins first down.
Now run, this is Mitchell. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Throwing is Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They've got to keep moving quick here.
That's good for Dolphins. First down. A gain of 7.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. This one to Williams out left side. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Stroud from the pistol. Delivers another one to Williams. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get it back to within 2 possessions. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, You're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. It's 16 yards on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
Panthers, first down.
They're going to pass it here. Going deep here for the end zone. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off Brandon Jones. And the Dolphins will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes first and 10.
Here we go.
To the air, Stroud. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. It's a dime look defensively from the Panthers. Third down coming. Throwing now. That's caught for the first. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line.
And the Dolphins,
First down, Stroud. Oh, he loses the football. Picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to take over at midfield thanks to that fumble.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Rolling into enemy territory. And he will have the Panthers first down. And that's the last little bit they needed, Brock, to clinch this win. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Jones on first down. That one's cut along the left sideline. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play.
That's another.
This will be the final play of the game.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the red zone now. And this is into the end zone, but incomplete. It was a win no matter what. So they decided, hey, let's try for another touchdown to knee it out. Either way, this one's over. So the Panthers guard the vault and get the win at home. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses